I'm pretty good today. Thanks for
Yeah.
asking.
Oh, well, it seemed like the nice thing to do. Even if I don't really care. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Feels like it's been a minute.
I know. We did one last Thursday, I guess.
Was it? Yeah. So like a week.
Yeah.
But still. But even just in general, I haven't caught up in a minute. But
That's true.
all right, I'm trying to find things. Things are missing.
You're all good. I'm
Right.
trying these blue pencils out. Hi, Courtney.
Yeah, I sent her a message like, "Hey, just in case you're wondering, we were gonna do one real quick." So, okay, where
I
the
know.
hell?
I just barely posted about it.
Yeah, yep, I saw that. Hello, someone saying.
You've got some cool art. I have been seeing you do some pretty sweet things.
You're talking to someone saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured you would
Maybe
be
you
talking.
already knew that. What? No, obviously I think you have cool art. Oh my gosh.
Trying to fluster.
Wow.
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a lot, actually.
Right. So what are you drawing this time?
Well, I had an idea of something I wanted to draw. I've been working on these illustrations for my friend for his story.
Right.
So I haven't done much. And I was like, oh, I want to do something kind of similar to what you picked out. That one live. But I had an idea in my mind and I couldn't find the reference for it. So I just looked through my Pinterest photos and I ended up finding this random one that I had saved like seriously years ago. And it's just this like picture. It's a black and white picture of, I don't know if you know who Cole Sprouse is.
Doesn't
But
sound familiar.
I don't know. He's my age, my generation. If you watch Disney Channel, he was one of the twins from The Sweet Life, and then he went on to play in Riverdale. Anyway, and it's like him smoking, and it's kind of a funny picture because I guess I could show you guys. It's this picture because the cigarette's broken, and I think I thought that was funny, so that's why I said.
Yeah, that's a good reference.
So I'm trying to do something. I'm like, well, I'm using these blue coal erase pencils. It says coal erase.
Right. You've got the right one this time?
This time I have the right one. After I was like, how do they do this? I don't understand.
You were struggling because you're like, this sucks. This is not awesome. What is he talking about? You're like, oh, that's not the right pencil at all.
And I'm like, why are you such an idiot that you didn't even read? Like, hey, duh, this is one of your pencils you've had forever. How did you even do that? But I did.
Well, we'll let it slide this time. So I am doing something that I've been meaning to do forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a little while. I'm going to say a year or two or something like that. But my oldest boy, he was yapping
Mm-hmm.
on and on something. I can't remember what he was talking about, but he was talking about somebody with I don't even have any context. All I know is he was just talking about something about a guy with a weapon, and he said briefcase and bloodsword, and I was like,
Wow.
briefcase and bloodsword. So I just had this idea of like a guy standing around, like a guy in a suit carrying a briefcase, and then this bloody ass sword as like a random like comic book idea or a movie idea. Just the title sounded interesting to me, and it kind of evoked like a visual in my head. I don't know why, and I've been meaning to just try and like doodle this down, just like a guy in a business suit carrying a briefcase and then a big bloody sword. No reason,
Oh,
but
it actually sounds awesome.
I that's what I was like. I'm like, I like that. I don't know what that means. Another time, we were just driving along, and my little boy was just talking about just whatever, and he's like, "Dad, I think the robots live on the clouds." And I was like, "That's like the name of that should be the name of like a kid's book, like Robots Live on Clouds or something like that." I just thought it was the cutest. Like it evokes like weird imagery of like cutesy little robots up in the clouds. I don't know why it doesn't make sense, but anyway, I listened to my kids just say the weirdest shit, and I'm like, briefcase and bloodsword.
It
Yeah,
is
logically.
mobbing vibes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. Seriously. So Jessica, that's why I texted those or messaged those pictures is because my regular phone is what I'm recording on, but I've got like a secondary phone, so I messaged them to you so I could just access them real quick as reference.
I assumed it was something like that.
I'm just like it's just easier to just do it this way. Mr.
Yeah,
J Ultra, what up?
that makes sense to me. That is
Oh,
pretty sweet.
but now it's like I have to draw like a regular human in like a suit, not like a big muscly warrior guy or some hot girl like we've been doing the last several times. I have to draw like a person. This is like a whole new thing.
Yeah, and suit, you gotta give like the old like Men in Black like vibes.
Kinda, yeah, yeah. Like it makes you like briefcase and bloodsword. Like what's in his hand? What's in the briefcase? Why does he have a sword? Why isn't he a business suit? There's so many questions. Like I need answers.
You know what it reminds me of, and I don't know if this is gonna make me sound like a complete whack job or not. So like, don't nobody judge me for this, although you might anyways.
Too late.
Has anybody heard about the Umbrella Man conspiracy for JFK's assassination? Does anybody know what that is? It kind of reminds me of that a little bit when you first started talking about it. I thought, oh, it's going to be like a sword concealed in the briefcase, which is kind of what you're doing, right? And the whole like idea behind this conspiracy theory is there was a man with an umbrella that had like a gun in it, like the handle of it or something. Anyway, so that's what it reminded me of. Like instantly, I was like, oh wow, it's like super like FBI, like or
Right, I see.
mafia type vibes.
Yeah, I should give him some cool shades. Courtney's saying I might. I'm not sure. Yeah, there might be something like that. Sounds like something you'd see in Chainsaw Man. Is Chainsaw Man that thing I saw all kinds of people cosplaying out at the comic convention where like a chainsaw literally coming out of his face? Like, have you seen that, Jessica? Have you seen that character?
I have not. I actually, this is intriguing. I've never seen this.
It was some random weird ass thing. Yeah, Mr. Jails. Yeah, that's Chainsaw Man. I'll have to
Okay.
I'll have to like text you a picture of it some other time. It's weird, and to see people cosplaying this weirdness, it's like, what is this? It's interesting.
That is interesting. You know, chainsaw, I call them chainsaw guys, like the ones from, that are used around Halloween. That is one of my like actual fears.
Oh, really?
Being
Like
killed
the guys with chainsaws?
being killed by a guy with a chainsaw.
I mean, it's
That
kind of
sounds
like a
w-
fear for
way creepy
anybody.
to me. Yeah, I mean,
I
I
mean,
guess
I don't.
that's true.
I mean, I don't want to be killed with by a guy with a chainsaw, but it's not something that's like a weird fear of mine.
Right, because the likelihood is it's probably not gonna happen.
I mean, but if you want to have
Although,
a weird, pervasive fear of like a chainsaw guy getting you, I won't hold it against you. Exactly. Maybe a little.
okay. All right. I guess that's good then.
J Ultra anime, everyone loves that stuff. I mean, it makes sense. Why is drawing guys in suits so difficult?
Mm, I don't know. I hate drawing
Always.
clothes.
It's so easy just to draw naked people.
It kind of is.
It is. I'm being real. I mean, clothes are tricky.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My Alexa's going off back here, telling that my kids are playing in the backyard. Dang. Oh,
Yeah, Courtney's saying suits are hard. They are. It's because there's all these folds and wrinkles, and if you don't get it right, it looks weird, and, then it stands out. But I guess that's true about anything. But I don't know why. I just
trench coats. See, trench coats can be either, well, I think because they can be more, they don't have to be fitted a certain way. So they have more, like, but also I feel like that's actually can be difficult depending on, I don't know.
yeah.
I'm the worst at drawing. Well, I used to feel like I actually drew clothes better, but I'm like so out of practice.
Slacker.
I know.
Mhm.
It all seems hard. I'm doing these illustrations for my friend's book, and I'm trying to figure out what the dad wears, the mom wears, the child wears. And I'm like, oh, why is it so difficult for me to come up with clothing ideas? Like I don't understand.
It's hard. Yeah, all the badasses wear trench coats, right? Yeah, but yeah, coming up with like clothing designs, it's like it's one thing if you're. That's why so many comic artists can hurt themselves because you just teach yourself to draw guys in spandex, which is basically a nude figure, roughly speaking, and then capes and things on their arms, and you know what I mean. But then when somebody's like, okay, now draw a normal human being walking down a street in regular clothes, and you're like, what do clothes look like? I don't know. Suddenly, now
Right.
Ms. Here, Ms. Lost Illusion, she's good at drawing clothes and fashion and style.
That is true. Your stuff
Yeah.
looks really good. So, yeah, that's true. She does have some really, but okay, I also will say I feel like that again, maybe that comes down to like what you like to draw and just like what you've put your emphasis on in like practice maybe too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. What's up, Ran Inc. TV? Greetings. Mr. J Ultra finds the fold satisfying to eke.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that actually.
he says suits are stiff, and if you're Mr. Someone saying suits are stiff, if you're used to focusing on the body, it's easy to get caught up over compensating the fit. Yeah, yeah. But when you do it right, it looks so cool. That's the thing. If you nail it, it's like, oh, that looks all right. It looks awesome.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, how are you feeling with the pencil? Did I overhype it way too much? Are you feeling any kind of like positive, negative, or just neutral? Like whatever, it's not a big deal. Or
I like it. I do think it's a little bit easier for me to decide how to, I don't know, like how to like see things a little bit better with the blue on the white.
yeah,
That makes sense.
well, I like it
Um,
because so really light. You know what I mean? To like you're just lightly figuring out the form, and then you can come back and just go. I know you could do that with a pencil, but it feels softer and it just flows easier to me. So that's part of what I like about it.
Or my picture's shaking so badly whenever I erase anything.
Yeah, that's
Um, yeah, I mean, I like it. I think it's cool looking. I'm planning. I plan on just using some ink on this just to see like how it.
yeah. And see, what I'll do
Uh,
is I'll do the drawing, and then I'll just take my kneaded eraser, do like a light erase over it, just to pull a lot of it off, but still like see a faded version of what's left, and then ink over that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Courtney, I'd love to see you do a physical drawing once, because all we ever see you do is the awesome digital stuff. Like throw down some real pencil and once and let us see.
Yeah, that would be cool. Not that your digital isn't cool too.
No, no, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not suggesting otherwise, but
He was.
I was. I'm a jerk.
I'm
Trying to find a way to tell her I hate digital art.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Better, I hope.
Just joking. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ink all of these pictures too that I'm drawing for that story. I'm like, wow, I this is gonna be interesting.
Do you realize the gravity of the situation, the task you took upon yourself suddenly?
Yeah, yep, pretty much. I'm like, oh, I suck at inking, but
No, you don't.
I feel like I do, but I don't know. Everybody always says, "Oh, it actually looks pretty good," and then I'm like, I don't know if you're lying to me or just trying to make me feel better.
Yeah, Courtney, send some traditional art to us when you get a chance. We want to see that. She's just saying how she has done some, but she doesn't usually post it. I want to see her traditional artwork.
I think I've scrolled through most of your pictures, Courtney, and I don't know if I saw. I think I towards the end, like maybe towards like I don't know, much earlier on in your Instagram stories or post. I think I did see that you had some posted. I don't know how long ago that was or anything, but I do remember seeing that. But it would be cool.
So, Jessica, tell me about the awesomeness of the Haunted Mansion or whatever the hell it was you were watching. You were saying was so good because it didn't look interesting to me, but I'm kind of a loser like that, so I don't know. Is it worth watching?
Okay, so I wasn't like necessarily like super excited for it myself,
Hey,
but
Chuck.
I wanted to watch.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm also reading this one from Courtney. Uh, I don't think it's awful, but okay. Send us stuff you like then that you've done. But I wanted to watch a Halloween movie with my kids, and I think it's like PG-13 or something, and it's done by Disney, so I was like, this is probably okay. And I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised. It's set in New Orleans, which I love that. Um, I have a little bit of a thing for the main character, like the actor, so that helps.
Who is the
But
actor? Who?
you know what's funny? I actually don't even know. Hold on. I don't know if I actually know his real name or not.
You just know he's got a sweet ass.
Yeah, let me see if I can find his name actually really fast.
Heck yeah.
I've looked him up before and I always forget what his name is. I've seen him in other stuff, but
Now
Let me
this is a
see.
newer thing, right? Like
Lakeith
a
Stanfield is his name.
I have no idea who that is.
Wow.
But this is a newer thing, right? It's not like something that's old a couple years. It's a new thing, right?
So, okay, so someone saying asking, isn't Eddie Murphy in it? Okay, so the original has Eddie Murphy. That one is from a ways back. This is a newer one that just came out. They just re-released it for Halloween. And I thought it was pretty damn good, honestly. I started watching, I was like, whatever, and then I kind of got into it. It's got Owen Wilson in it too.
Well, you must have liked it because you're hitting me up. You're like, "Hey, this shit's good. You should watch it." I'm like, "I
Well,
don't
and
even
I
know
was like,
you're."
oh, you were asking about what movie was it that you were like, oh, you think I could let my kids watch this one? Which one
Yeah,
is that one we were talking about?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But anyway, I was like, oh, this would be a good one for Rob to watch with the kids. I was thinking about the children, Rob.
Right? Think of the children.
Yeah, I was thinking about your kids, okay?
You want to know what's a really fucked up Halloween movie? Did you ever watch that movie, The Witch? Just called The
I haven't
Witch. Like,
with the two
is
like V's put together.
right. It looks like The Witch.
Yeah, so I haven't seen that
You
one,
should.
but you always suggest it and I never get to watching it.
Right? Chicken shit.
Honestly, it looks hella scary.
It's really creepy. It's a very creepy, slow burn. Like, holy crap.
I should watch it more. I'm the worst with horror films. I've kind of gotten into I will watch all the Tim Burton ones every year, all the Tim Burton scary movies. Um I I like a lot of The Thing with
Kurt
what is his
Russell?
name? Yeah, Kirk Russell. I love that
Yeah,
movie.
that one is great.
I watch I love Secret Window. I like a lot of the Stephen King ones, but oh, that's right. Monster Squad.
Yeah, Bubba.
That's right. We must have been talking about it before. I think that's the one.
What's that you were saying? Sorry, my son just interrupted me.
Chuck Lee said Monster Squad was the movie for the kids.
Oh,
That's
Monster
the
Squad is so good.
that's the one you were like, you think I can watch this with my kids?
Was that the one I was talking about? You're right. You know what? I'm going to write that shit down. I might watch that with those little fuckers tonight.
Yeah, that's what the one you were talking about. You're like, oh, I think
Monster
I could.
Squad. I love that movie. Um, because it's like everyone loves the Goonies, but this was like the monster version of the Goonies with a little bit more of a edge to it. That's a great show, man. I want to watch that.
You had
Let's
brought it
see.
up before.
Yeah, someone saying I find it difficult to be frightened by movies. Like I get it. Like it's when you know it's just a movie. It's more about like the intensity. Like I, it's one. There's a difference between jump scares and like an intense like holy shit what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, you know. um Jump
Right.
scares are easy to do, right? Just make it quiet and make people get kind of comfortable and have something explode loudly and then it'll just freak you out. But
I
um
tend to like psychological thrillers more than I like what I would call horror films.
right.
That that tends to be more something because I feel like at the end of the movie, I feel like I am like, oh, I'm still thinking about it, and I feel like you have to get into it, and it really engages your mind.
Yeah, yeah. Courtney's saying the only ones that freak me out are the crime shows where the situation could actually happen. Yeah, that's the real stuff. Yeah, that shit's like, all right, now it's taken too far. Like, show me a vampire movie or something like that. You know what I mean? But the real world horrors, yeah, that's a little bit much. And
And see, I think that's more what I like.
yeah, you would, right? Randy, Wolfman's Got Nards, right, dude? Right? That movie, like, I'm for real. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I'm gonna sit my boys down. Like, guess what, boys? It's getting close to Halloween. We're gonna watch a movie about monsters. and they'll hate me for it, but I'm going to make them do it because I'm a dick.
Why would they hate you for it? It's a great movie. I think
Yeah,
I've
but
already
they're
watched it with my kids. Speaking of my
Courtney,
kids.
Courtney says she still watches them even though they scare the shit out of her. Jessica, that face is looking awesome.
You think?
Oh yeah,
Oh, thanks.
like
I appreciate. I'm doing the dreaded hand now, so
yeah,
I'm.
yeah.
Thanks for the talk or the compliment on the face because maybe I could bolster me for doing this.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up.
Goosebumps is good too, depending. Like are you talking about the original show, or are you talking about the movies with? Isn't it Jack Black? Is in
Is there
those?
a Jack Black movie with Goosebumps? Really?
I think he's in the Goosebumps movies. Am I wrong?
I was never interested because any version of those that I ever saw, even as a younger guy, was like, these are for kids. And I wanted like I was more interested in like serious stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know any, so I can't really speak to it. I never really
So
watched it, but
you didn't even like the original ones? Like
yeah,
the
I mean, I don't,
show?
I don't think so. The only versions of it that I know of were just like it was never scary or interesting to me. I mean, I grew up watching like Aliens and Predator and shit like that, and so I'm like, these like kid horror movies um they don't do anything to me.
Wow. Well, all right then. Goosebumps are classics, I think, personally. But I tend sorry, my kid's in here. He like
Is
ran into
that your youngest?
yeah, my
Is that Titus?
yeah, yeah, he's in here. So my bad, folks.
That's, I mean, it's
Um,
all right. Roaming around.
yeah, he's just talking, trying to get his brothers to do stuff.
Play with
Um,
me.
pretty much. So I was like, brothers, we were leaving to go somewhere yesterday, and it was only 11 o'clock in the morning, and he was like, pick up brothers from school. I'm like, no, we can't pick up brothers from school yet. We gotta wait. You know?
It's too soon.
He's
That's
like,
cute.
aw. Yeah, he just wants to hang out with his brothers.
Yeah.
To watch Tales from the Dark Side. I don't know. That one sounds familiar. What was the one they used to have? And I can't remember if it was on Nickelodeon or what, but it was sold as true stories, even though they weren't. But it was like a reality, almost like a documentary or something. That one
Really?
was always, yeah, that one was always creepy. It was for kids, and it was like kids or young teens telling the story.
No.
Yeah, it was like really like a kind of a messed up show because I honestly feel like for a long time I didn't even realize they weren't real.
I mean, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, it was like very satire type.
Someone's saying,
Hmm.
"What is Silver Bullet?" I mean, I'm going to assume is that a? I was going to say a werewolf movie, but is it? Yeah, werewolves are silver bullets, right?
I would, yeah, werewolves are silver bullets.
Like that's how you take them out. It sounds familiar, but I don't know. I'm super excited to go watch Monster Squad a little bit later. Now I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so excited. This is gonna be fun. Wait till it's
Yeah,
darker. And be like, boys, sit down and shut up. We're gonna watch a show. Halloween.
I love how you put the name briefcase and bloodsword next to it.
But
In
it
case anybody.
was my boy. He called it
Hey,
that.
you know my favorite part is of your uh work so far? Definitely the briefcase.
Really?
I love the briefcase.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just think it looks great.
All
You
right,
got the
that's
buckle
fair.
on. Looks like
Okay.
it's carrying, body parts.
Gary Busey and Corey Haim. I love Gary Busey before he went crazy. Hell, I still love him.
Wasn't he always crazy?
I mean, I don't know. He was pretty charismatic in a lot of his old movie roles. Now he's just lost his mind. Anybody see a video interview of him recently? He was talking about buttered sausage.
No.
I know it's as weird as it sounds. Trust me. I'll send it to you later.
Okay, thanks.
But he lost his goddamn mind.
Oh, wow.
Courtney said he probably has a handy cut off with the sword in his briefcase. Maybe
Yeah, that's
that's
what I imagine
the
too.
whole concept of this idea, and I have no idea what it is. But all I know is my boy said briefcase and blood sword, Dad. I'm like, ooh, what does that mean, son? I'm gonna make it a thing.
We're gonna find out what it means.
Right. Lost Boys. Is that vampire movie? With Kiefer Sutherland. Am I remembering that right? I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'm like, is it this thing? And they're like, no, stupid. It's not that at all.
I don't know what it is at all. I would assume it's like a Peter Pan movie, so I'm the worst. I
Right.
really
The Lost
embarrass.
Boys.
You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, you fucked up the hand. I'm just kidding.
What? Did I really? Shut
No,
up.
I just knew that would bring it to a screeching halt.
I'm never doing another hand again. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
It also is a great 80s horror. I need to get a list because I always do my 30 days of Halloween movies.
Yeah.
It's always the same ones. And you always suggest The Witch, and I never watch it because I'm chicken shit, like you just said.
Just watch it. Grow a set of testicles for once and watch it.
Okay, fine.
Um, Someone's saying if this guy was from an anime, he'd 100% be the guy who cuts down demons and seals them within the briefcase. I think we're making a comic book, guys. I think we're
This sounds
writing a story,
great, honestly.
right? Suddenly, I'm like, huh. I mean, I can't draw an anime style. I'm not that cool.
You could. You
No,
just don't ever.
I'd just be a poser trying to do a style I have no understanding of, and that would suck.
I suppose.
Now, since we have 11 people on, I think about this all the time. We talk about horror movies, Jessica, and I have to bring it up because I was going to say it's kind of embarrassing. It's really not, but it's
Wait, is it
funny
to
to me.
me?
What?
Isn't it? Oh my gosh. Are you going to? Okay, I know what you're going to say. So go ahead.
I think you probably know. Do you remember years ago when we were talking movies when
Oh,
you're at the desk at work? You know where I'm going. And I was talking about this
I
movie
know where you're going
called
with this.
Little Shop of Horrors. And you're like, I've never even heard of that. And so you're like, I'm like, yeah, it's this weird show. I don't know it very well. I've seen it like once or twice, and so you're like, I'm going to Google that. So you went to Google it and you couldn't find what we were talking about. And I looked at your Google search and you put in Little Shop of Horrors, like
Horse.
WHORE. Like, no,
This
not
is an
little,
absolutely 100% true story. Now I know
little
what it is.
shop of. I'd like now I want to. Somebody has to have made that movie by now. I'm sure it's on some of those other websites. I
Yeah.
laughed for years for after the Little Shop of Horrors. Um, It's just like one of the greatest things. I'm like, no, you just made it better though. So good
I don't know
job.
why in my mind it would be that, but it was very
Yeah,
clear
Courtney's.
after the
Oh
fact.
my hell! I'm shocked it didn't bring you to a porn site. I mean,
It might, well, it was at work, so maybe it was blocked.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
only reason why. It's hard to tell.
So yeah, Little Shop of Horrors is just my favorite. Like
Ah, that was the worst. But yes,
yeah.
I knew that's where this was going. It was
Chuck Lee
embarrassing.
found footage movies. Like what? What's some of your examples of your favorite found footage movies? I'm going to throw out a controversial-ish statement about found footage movies. I legitimately think that the Blair Witch Project was a legitimately good, like, movie artistic experiment. And I know some people either 100% liked it or they're like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life."
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the Blair Witch Project?
Mm-mm. I think I've turned it on a couple times and then just never finished it.
Jessica, I don't know how much longer we can remain good friends if this is how it's
I
going to go.
I know I'm the worst. I know. I told you I like what I like, and I just only watch those movies.
Like, I just
I'm the
watched the
worst
same shit. Watching the
all
Blair
the
Witch
time.
Project in the theater was like a hell of an experience because everyone was freaked out.
Yeah.
And like there were people like legitimately screaming in the theater.
Oh, for reals?
Oh yeah, just at the things that just freaked them out of there. That's awesome. A lot of people
Oh,
don't like it
Cloverfield.
because what's that?
I remember Cloverfield.
Oh yeah, that one was fun. That was a hell of a like.
I think that one counts as found footage. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
similar.
filmed in that way. Yeah, I, that was fun. Like show me the goddamn monster. I'm not asking for too much. I just want to see it. They screamed. Yeah, in the theater. What was it? What was that? 99 or something like that. I mean, I think you have to think about it in context of the time. Um, but some of the parts
It was
where there
yeah,
was,
it came out in '99.
I was gonna say, yeah, something like that. So you were just a infant.
Yeah. I was an
Yeah,
infant. I was 9. I was
I
9
know.
years old.
I know. Compared to
Yeah.
me, though.
I wouldn't have been watching that movie, I can tell you that much, but
Yeah, I can tell you that much right now. Hell no.
there's no way I would have been in the theater watching that one, but, you know.
Yeah, Cloverfield was cool.
Cloverfield came out when I was a teenager, I thought. I
Probably.
have I have seen that one. I feel like you're always so fast. You're always in inks, and I never get to that point by the time. Maybe I'm just too scared to ink, so I just sit and
I've just trained myself to just like once I get to a certain point, I've got all these sketchy lines. I'm like, I know what I'm going to do with the ink line and the kind of the random fluidity of it. Just let it happen. Just I don't know because it
Mhm.
forever. I mean, what I mean to say is I'm really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, someone's saying
So what
that's how I feel about Blair Witch. I was like, when were the crap are we going to see this nut? And you never do. Yes, yeah, and that's
well, you
part
just
of
gave
the
away
like.
the ending, and I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, but it's one of those where it's more about like the tension buildup of it and you don't see the thing but you see the things that it does or the situations around it is again I understand that some people do not like it. I get it. I understand. But man, I was into it. Okay, for
Yeah,
real.
you were. Rob is really bad about spoiling movies, just FYI.
Wow.
So if you're on here and there's a movie you don't want spoiled, just know he will spoil it for you.
Wait, name one other one I did.
I can't even. I've blocked him out of my mind because it's really caused me so much grief over the years.
good good save. Let's see. Another movie I love to watch in Halloween is that Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman. That's like
Okay,
a
that one's good. That one's good.
must watch all the time. It's I love
It's
everything about it. Even
vampire.
even Keanu Reeves. Everyone gives him shit like he's the weak part of it. I guess he is, but I'm still into it. I don't care. Fight me.
I like Keanu Reeves. I don't think he's the greatest actor in really anything
He's not.
myself.
He's not. But he's so damn likable and charming and fun. I'm like,
He's
I'm
great. I mean, he's obviously, like, from all accounts, a really great person. It's kinda like how I feel about Ryan Reynolds.
like, I hate Ryan Reynolds movies, but he seems really cool.
I don't even hate his movies. I think, like, when he's been in, like, romantic comedies and stuff, like, that's great. Like, he does a fine job. I just don't think he's very funny. I'm sorry.
Uh,
I
every
know.
time you bring it up, you flirt with the idea of we're not going to be friends again. So
I know. I
I'll have
really am
to.
just causing all kinds of problems for myself. I get that.
Everyone knows the joke that he told, that really fucked up joke in that video game movie. It's still one of the greatest jokes I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, what was the name of that
He's like,
movie?
I know, Free Guy.
Free Guy. Hill
That's what it
House
was
was
called.
pretty good, I thought. Who was it who's saying they watched? I mean, it wasn't like okay, it wasn't my favorite, but it was fine for a watch, I thought. Kind of a fun show. Mm. My chair is so squeaky. Everything's shaking.
I heard creakiness. I was like, is that someone like a monster creeping up on you in the background or something?
That's what it is. It's a monster creeping up on me. No, my
Right.
chair's just squeaky. I feel like it's like, oh, you're pregnant and you're weigh 1,000 pounds now. So
Damn, girl.
it's like
It's okay.
reminding me.
It's okay to be pregnant, have your weight up there a little bit. You are carrying another human being.
I know. To be honest, actually, my doctor was concerned that I wasn't gaining enough weight. So the fact that I'm having, my chair protest, maybe it's a good thing. Hmm, maybe I should just be grateful.
Oh, thanks,
This,
Courtney. I think Jessica is looking better.
what is it?
She said our drawings look great, but I think
Ah,
yours.
oh, stop. See, here's my thing is I feel like I never actually get to the end of mine on these because I take so long and you're like, "Oh, I'm already inking."
Well, doesn't mean it's
But yours
good.
definitely looks great. Your folds look super good. Your suit turned out perfect, of course. And your
The
hands look good.
creaking chair. I can't stand it.
God. Ugh, I know. I'm just gonna turn off my
Just
sound.
just kidding. Or am I? Mm.
I will oil my chair before for the next time we do this.
You will not.
What makes you think I wouldn't do
Because I wouldn't. Because I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like,
that?
listen, chair, deal with it.
This picture, even though it's Cole Sprouse, kind of gives me Leonardo DiCaprio vibes.
I actually could see that. I that crossed my mind earlier. Like younger Leo.
Yeah,
I know it's kind of a dumb segue-ish, but I got to shout out what I think has been my long-standing most favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie, which is not a phrase I thought I'd ever say. But The Aviator. Have you seen that movie
I have. It's been so long. I
where
don't
he
know.
played?
Honest,
I just
Yeah.
watched it again today. I'm like, every time I watch it, I'm like, what a fucking magical, like, awesome. It's the movie that made me go, all right, Leonardo DiCaprio can act. Like, I believe that he's playing this guy. And they're just
Mhm.
showing old time, like the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and the technology they were developing, and his incredible brilliance combined with his undiagnosed, untreated OCD, where he's just going nuts. And God, it was just I every time I watch it, I'm like, this movie is magic. I just love it so much.
Wow. I'll have to
Yeah,
rewatch it. It's been so long since I've seen it. I like a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio movies. I like especially some of the ones he's done recently. That one I remember liking. I just haven't watched it in so long.
yeah,
Uh, One, I don't know if anybody's seen this one, but I actually really liked, and I think this is the only one he's ever won anything for, is The Revenant.
yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I watched it one time, and I keep meaning to revisit it. It's one of those movies I think you have to be kind of in the mood to see because it's pretty
Ugh,
intense.
it's so intense. Inception's really good, yeah. Inception's
Yeah,
super good. I feel like he did a really good job in that one, but I feel like everybody did a good job in that one.
yeah.
The Rocketeer is amazing.
Oh, I love the Rocketeer. Thank you. That is another movie magic. Like you just I just
That one
yeah.
was so much fun, and I loved it growing up. And I realized from The Rocketeer 2 things. I wanted to grow up to be the gal, to look like the gal in Rocketeer. It didn't happen. Or
You're
I was gonna
pretty
grow up and
goddamn
become a
close. So you shut your mouth.
or I was gonna grow up and
Sorry.
become a lesbian and marry her because I loved her so much. I was like, "She is the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life."
You're talking about the actress
Yes.
Jennifer Connelly in her
Yeah,
super prime.
actually.
She's 50 something, is still incredibly like beautiful. But that was
Oh, I know.
her, I think, in her early 20s. And good Lord Almighty, help me. You are not wrong. She is just like, and they modeled her after Betty Page because the comic book was originally the artist modeled the character after Betty Page. So she's got that look. But yeah, Jennifer
Right.
Connelly in the here was just, it's
Was
almost
she
like this is perfect.
20s?
Well, yeah, that movie was in 90 something, you know.
Why did I think she was younger than that even? Like, in my mind, she was maybe because she was supposed to be in the movie. I guess I don't know for sure. But I guess it was 90s by then, so you're probably right.
Yeah. Yeah, she was very young, but man, yeah, yeah, you are not kidding. That Rocketeer, just the music, the style, it's so lighthearted and fun, and it just makes you happy to watch. And it pisses me off that it bombed. Like no one went to see it because everyone is stupid.
Okay, my dad loved it. So when it came out, my dad was obsessed with it, and we, for his birthday, got him a Rocketeer, like, 100-piece puzzle. And to this day, I can remember as a family putting that puzzle together all the time, and I hadn't seen the movie yet. And then the movie came out on video, like, 9 months later or something, and
Yeah.
we got it, and we watched it with some family, and they were like, "Wow, this actually is really good. We didn't even bother going and seeing it because it just sounded like it was terrible." But he was obsessed with it.
Yeah, someone saying she's like the model for Adam Hughes. Man, I'm the biggest Adam Hughes fan. His artwork is so great, and I can see that 100%. Timothy saying Jennifer in that movie Requiem for a Dream was crazy. Yeah, that is
Mhm.
that once. I was like, that was good. I don't know that I need to visit it, but it was really good.
Yeah, I think I've only seen it once too. Well, I know I've only seen it once.
Yeah. Someone saying pretty sure Leo won something for what's eating Gilbert Grape. I think you're right. I never did see that. I don't. I've heard nothing but good things about him and his role in that, but I don't know anything about it.
He was a kid in that one, right?
Yeah, he was super young.
Wasn't is that the one that don't laugh, Johnny Depp is in that too? No?
I think so. I think so. Again, I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure
Yes.
they'll correct us. They'll clarify for us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in that one too, and it's been a while since I've seen that one, but I remember being really good too.
Honestly, the first DiCaprio movie I ever saw was Titanic.
Right. I think that's the first one I ever saw too.
Yeah, they're saying Depp was in it. Yeah, so you're right.
I usually know what movies Depp is in, so I'm like
Right.
if I'm wrong here, that's
Should
sad.
be.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be a should know. Mm. Yeah, my husband really likes Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. Oh no,
Oh yeah, watched
Wolf of
that
Wall
one time.
Street.
That was really good. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. That was good. Yeah.
I actually don't like that movie very much, but it's
Why
like one of
not?
his favorites. Because I don't like the character. I don't like how he's clearly it's portrayed the way that, it kind of was. But I hate his character and how he leaves his wife for the supermodel when she like
Yeah.
goes through all this shit with him. And it's like a true story, which makes it even worse for me because I'm like, why are we revering this guy? So
Right.
that's it like
No,
bothers me, I guess.
no, I get that. I 100% respect that. I look at it as I'm looking as like this is a true story of a human being doing really messed up stuff. But I tend to just like look at it in terms of how good are they telling the story. If it makes me hate the
Right.
guy, like he's doing a really good job. But I could see you're like, it would be like, yeah, but I don't want to revisit this too often, like this scumball. So I get it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. But again, I think it was really well done, and I think he did a great job. I mean, I laughed so hard at some of the scenes, like it cracked me up.
Yeah, yeah. I only saw the one. You know what really shocks
I could
me?
drink every time he says rose.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, yeah. Someone's saying, yeah, if you want to end up alcohol poisoning and dead, and I can't have too many shots. We've all, well, some of you saw my drunk live that will never happen again.
Why?
Well, I say that now, but
You know what? Honestly, you gave me a nice compliment during that one, so I have no problems with your drunk.
what did my drunk ass say?
Well, you told me I was way hotter than I should be, so I have any right to be or something like that.
I believe me saying that. My drunk ass was saying, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
I was
And
laughing so hard when I heard that.
drunk me said it. So Courtney's
That
like,
was
that
funny.
drunk live was so funny. Oh, Courtney, I can't believe you watched that because you must be like that. Rob is just. I'll not. I'll not interact with him too much because that's just he took it too far.
It was funny. I loved how you told John to shut up like 1,000 times.
Did I tell you that I counted? I watched it later. It was something like 60 times.
I believe that.
I know. And I don't even know that I'm doing it. I'm like, hey, shut up, shut up, shut up. And there was a part where he's just like, hey, you shut up.
Yeah, I know. He was
Uh,
definitely less drunk, I think.
I think he just
Or
keeps it under control more because he tends to drink. And I'm not saying this is like a negative. I think he drinks more than I do. I very rarely do, like ever. So I tend to like not
that's
hold my liquor very well. And he's probably
clearly.
had more experience. I should get mad at you for that, but I can't deny the truth.
um, Catch Me If You Can is a super good movie. Yes. And again, that's a one where it's a true story, and even though the character is doing something wrong, I feel like I actually feel, I don't know, I felt for the character more, like because of where and why he was doing it, which is, I guess, why I struggle more with the Wolf of Wall Street one.
I never did watch that. The Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
Oh,
It's got Tom Hanks in it, I think. Tom
well, now
Hanks
I'll
and
watch it.
do you like Tom Hanks? I do.
Oh yeah, of course I do. Who does? If someone's like, I
Yeah.
hate Tom Hanks, like I don't know if I trust you.
Okay, I thought you were making a joke. I was like, "Oh, I like Tom Hanks." Yeah, I never drink anymore. Used to a lot. Yeah, see, Tom Hanks is in it. Thank you. I love how I like guess these things, and then someone sane actually is usually the one who comments like, "Yes, you're not crazy. They really
Like I
are
got.
in it."
Yeah, I don't drink that much because I've had surgery. Right? I know you know this, Jess, but the people like I've had surgery on my stomach, so it's smaller and it doesn't take much. It will get one shot, two shot, boom, I'm done, and then I'm off to the inappropriate races.
Yeah, I can't drink because I've had nothing but I can't control myself, so I have nothing but issues whenever I do. So it's just best that I don't. And
You get sobered up, and you're like, "Oh God, what did I do? Who do I owe apologies to? I better start texting people."
I know while I'm drunk, I just have no ability to control myself. It depends on what I'm drinking, though. If I'm sitting down and I'm just gonna sip and drink whiskey, I'm okay. But
Right.
then if I'm like, I can't have one margarita, I have to have like 10 and I'm gone. And I'm like
You don't
throwing
have
up.
to do anything.
Well, I have to. I don't know why. Like I can't control myself. It just depends on what I'm drinking, I
It gets
guess.
so easy once you get started. It gets easy to just take off. Courtney
Yeah.
says she can't drink vacation. You know what, Courtney? It's probably better anyway. Not for you in general, but I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes you just get to avoid doing like embarrassing YouTube live videos like some of us, and then it's
My
up there for
sporadic
everyone.
drinks are my medication.
Tom Hank eats babies. Timothy.
Is this true? Do we have proof of this?
I don't know, but I want to get Tom Hanks doing a movie like that. Like everyone's like, I love Tom Hanks. He's America's like gentleman, and then he's like does a movie where he's like eating children. Like, whoa,
Oh my
that went
gosh.
off. Uh,
Funny.
Someone's saying, I agree with you, brother. After a few months worth of dealing with the world, you gotta, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's just like, you know what? About 2 years ago, I'm not exaggerating. I got kind of falsely accused or blamed for almost burning down my place of employment. So I went straight to the liquor
Whoa.
store after work, grabbed some alcohol, and got fucked up.
I
That was
vaguely
a
think
rough day.
this kind
What?
of I think I remember this kind of vaguely.
Yeah. A fire started in the trash compactor and they have absolutely no proof, but they saw a video of me throwing one little bag away and they're like, the batteries must have been in there. You're the one who caused the fire. You're on a last and final. I'm like, where's the proof? There was a bunch of people throwing shit away. It was unlocked. But I'm fuck all you guys. But I just wanted to hold on to my job. So I didn't
Is that
make too
what you
much of a
said?
fight. In my
I
head.
was like, please don't. That blood looks so good on the sword, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He did. I
No,
think it
it's always kind of a trick. I don't know. Um, Courtney's like, I like sedatives, make me calm and sleepy. Yeah, that sounds nice. Joe versus the volcano. Someone saying, I remember watching that when I was younger and not kind of like it was fine, but if you revisit it, it actually is. This is gonna sound stupid, but like it actually has like more of a bigger point to it um, than I think people ever gave it credit for. There was these video reviewers, Red Letter Media, for anybody who may know who they are, but they did like a breakdown of what it means and all these little subtle images that they put into the movie that you don't really like You don't catch it on the first time around, but it's way more than just like a silly comedy. It actually was trying to say something, as dumb as that may sound.
I've never seen this.
It's a good show. If you like to see classic Tom Hanks stuff,
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I don't think you'd be disappointed. It's Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Aw.
Aww.
Aw. She's in You've Got Mail.
I'm going to tell you what's the best Meg Ryan movie. It's a little movie called Inner Space.
In her face.
Let me guess. You've never seen it.
Oh, I know what it is though.
Oh.
I have not seen it, but I have heard of it.
It's really. There's someone, Spain. I love Inner Space, right? The Barbs. I think Timothy meant the Burbs. Yeah, that is a classic. That's a good one.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's the pencil, Jessica, but you're really nailing this one.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm debating
You
getting
see
out the ink now.
the the hair?
Embarrassing myself with people watching.
No, with the hair, eye, nose, mouth, it's all just like it looks really cool.
Thank you. It's not quite as interesting as yours. I will give you that.
I don't know about that. It's a drawing. It's cool. It's
I mean, you
mine's
literally
just
drew a business guy who he even has a murderous look on his face. And he's got a sword in one hand, a briefcase in the other. And there's blood dripping. Looks pretty good.
well, maybe my guy is the hero and your guy is the villain of our comic
Why
story. Like this.
why is my guy the bad guy?
All right, maybe my guy's the villain and your guy's the hero.
Your guy kind of looks like he's probably up to no good, let's be honest.
Because he's carrying a bloody sword doesn't mean he's the bad guy. I
All
mean,
right, fair enough, I guess.
maybe it is. Maybe just slayed all the demon monsters, like they were saying. They got him in his briefcase, all the spirits, and he's got to deliver him and, I don't know, put him in storage like in Ghostbusters or something.
Oh yeah, it could be just like Ghostbusters.
Wow. I know sarcasm.
Hmm. Oh boy. My
I
chair
want to
is
erase.
so.
I want to erase the blue pencil, but I'm worried I'll start streaking my stupid ink pen. So I'm going to let it sit.
Okay.
Maybe I can finish inking the ground underneath this doodle that I was doing last time.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
All right, Jessica, Courtney, any other girls? There's probably another. Who am I kidding? You're the only girls in here. But like, did I take it too far by having her skirt blowing up just enough to see her little underwears?
I don't know if you took it too far, but I know that a man drew that.
Oh man, right to the heart. And you're
I just,
so
in
right.
all seriousness, I'm just saying, I don't know if that's too far or not. I'm not offended by it, but I know instantly that that was drawn by
So
a
you
dude.
know that if you drew this skirt would be down.
Um, I probably wouldn't imagine it blowing that drastically up like that. But I don't know. I don't think I would have drawn it that way. But it doesn't look bad. No, it looks great. That's true. Corny does draw stuff like that. So
Yeah, Courtney's on my side. Thanks, Courtney.
That is
I
fair.
mean, I was kind of going off the reference that I was kind of modeling this after, and
Was it like that?
right. Did someone say it's like, sorry, what? Oh, there's a guy in that image too. Yeah, there is a dude back here. Besides Shira's skirt blowing up, but I mean, Zarier just got here. He's asking, is that Michael Jackson? Like
Oh, you know
Jessica's
what? Kind of does have
like my.
some Michael. So this is actually done off a reference. Here, I'll show you it. Of Cole Sprouse, who isn't everybody anybody popular, but I kind of was thinking it was almost Leonardo DiCaprio vibes, but I could see Michael Jackson too.
Hell, you've got the original actor, you got DiCaprio vibes, you got Michael Jackson vibes. Would never smoke.
Come again? Maybe not. Maybe it's because of his voice.
I'm sure he did plenty of other fucked up stuff, but
You
um,
don't think he smoked ever? Had a
I
cigarette
don't.
after a
No,
long
I
concert?
know. But if I was a betting man, I'd say no. He is into a lot of other weird shit, and he's smoking in hell. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just damn
Someone's
Michael
saying,
Jackson to hell?
someone's saying sick. That's just me covering for the fact that I zeroed on fists, massive fists first. Right? Yeah. How do you see this drawing and you see the fist first? Fist first. Come on, man. No, I get it.
Oh boy. Oh, I
I
should
still,
probably get
seriously, Jessica, that was the funniest shit you've ever said. You're like, I don't know if I don't dislike it, but I can tell a man drew it. That was like the
I
funniest thing.
To be fair, I would have guessed had I seen it. But like Courtney said, she draws stuff like that too. And I have too. I just, if I was drawing that particular image, I don't know that I would have gone there, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh no, I
You
get
know,
it.
like, but if I'm like sitting down trying to draw beautiful woman, then yeah, I might have.
Like if
But
my
it's just funny
intention,
that it's an action, thing. But
yeah.
I know how the comic books go. I get it.
Hey, Bubba. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. It's a fine line from you know classic sensual and dirty, disgusting porn, and sometimes we cross the line. I don't think I did here, but Ed, you know that it was not a woman that drew this, most likely.
It's true. It's most likely. It could have been.
Most.
Fair enough. I'm going to do some inking for just a little bit here. But if I'm struggling, put a stop.
No, no stopping. Once you start, you're committed.
Okay, I don't know about that, but all right.
What are you going to ink with? What do you have? What tool do you have?
A brush.
But like a dipping ink?
Oh yeah,
Oh, cool.
I just
Oh,
the
you fucked
bottle.
up.
I know I already screwed it up. Damn it.
From the first line you put down, it's done. I'm just kidding.
Are you though?
Yes.
Okay. Because not now, I'm starting to become a little concerned. Like, did I actually screw?
Yeah, he's like, I said I fucked it up.
Corey says, I think people think I'm a dude because of the stuff she draws. I don't know though. I think your color palette kind of like, oh, that's, I don't know though. I don't know if I didn't know you were a girl, I might think you guy art-wise. I don't know.
I mean, if I'm going to speak in broad generalizations, and I don't mean this, I kind of agree with you, Jessica, in that seeing Courtney's artwork fresh, to me, the soft kind of artistic nature of it, even though there's like attractive female figures and stuff like that, it feels, generally speaking, not something that a guy would do. And that's a broad brushing it, there are always variations on that, but it looks feminine, and I mean that in every positive way.
Right, that's how I feel too.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you put a gun to my head and said draw something like this that looks like this stuff, I'd be like, I don't, just pull the trigger. I don't know. I can only draw stuff from dude perspective. Hence the blown up skirt. It's what I do.
Hence the blown up skirt.
Right.
I forgot to erase some of the blue, but oh well. We're going with it.
Doesn't matter. It'll always come off later. Let's see. Someone saying, "You can't see my work and not immediately think it's by a grown-up male dork." I mean, that's what I feel about my stuff. I don't think anybody confuses my stuff with, as Jessica just pointed out. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we know. You even told me that years ago. You and Dave were like, "Yeah, Rob, we looked at your DeviantArt page, and you clearly have a theme." I'm like, wait, that makes me feel insecure. You're right.
You're not wrong, but still.
It's true, but you shouldn't say it.
I
I
don't
mean,
even remember this, but you know.
there's literally another one of the reasons I chose to draw this was for that reason. I'm like, I've drawn like nothing but female figures so many times in a row. I should show that I can at least attempt to do something else.
That's okay though. You're really good at it.
I do have a whole comic book of masculine freaking characters.
Exactly. That is true, you do.
Courtney.
What did she say? Oh, I have like hardly anything on my DeviantArt page.
I had all kinds of stuff until my divorce, and I was forced to get rid of it. And now it's all gone and lost to the ages. Like irretrievable stuff. Oh well.
I had my most popular thing that I ever did is I had that Hulk Jim Morrison where I did like that uh copied that artist who did the original. I can't remember his name at the moment. And now if you like look it up on Google, that's the first one that comes up is actually mine. And
Really?
so I get a lot of stuff still like emails and stuff from DeviantArt, even though I'm never on there. People
Right.
asking for like prints and stuff of it. And I'm like, I don't really know because I did it off another artist. Like I copied them,
Well, now I
but I
have to see
sold it.
this.
Michael Douglas in that one movie. Which movie?
He's only done one. Yeah, Courtney, I was curious as to what you mean by what mistakes were made. I mean, but to be fair, like kind of like she's saying, I think is people would post anything of all kinds of like gratuitous shit, you know, and it's probably a place where, in my opinion, certain people of certain age should not be.
Oh, DeviantArt.
Yeah. Sorry. That's the internet for you. The internet it's just, God, what was that joke I heard? Just point, click, and shit yourself while you wait for the cops to show up.
Oh gosh.
That's how the internet is.
Internet's crazy. Insanity.
Someone saying there's things on there I don't want to see now, right? Courtney says I was on a weird part of DeviantArt too with the fandom I was in.
Oh.
Hey, off the bag. I want you to keep an eye out. She'll be here in a few minutes and
I
make sure
could
you run
see
out.
that. We're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, because DeviantArt wasn't even just, I mean, it was all types of art. So you
It's
had like
photography.
photography and
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff.
You could find anything just about. Oh, Falling Down is the Michael Douglas movie he's talking about. God, that's another one I don't think I've ever seen. There's been a lot of movies listed that my dumbass hasn't seen.
Say I've never seen it either, but that doesn't mean much because clearly I haven't seen a lot of movies. So
Yeah, someone's saying, yeah, some people have zero care about what they're willing to ask you to draw. Yeah, for real.
I was like, I get that.
I told you about that girl at the Comic-Con that had a sign up that said she will draw anything. I told you about that,
Yeah,
right?
we were just talking about that. I think actually on a live not even that long ago.
Yeah. And people
And
would
like,
literally walk up to her and be like, literally said, draw me fucking you. And she's like, okay. I would never walk up to a woman and ask that.
oh, I thought you say I would never draw something like that. I was like, oh.
Now, if someone commissioned me, if somebody's like, draw me fucking you, Rob, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
And then
So,
also the drawing.
no, I'm talking like some like big hairy monster dude. All right, buddy, $300 and I'll draw it. Let's go. Hope you enjoy it.
Oh my gosh. That's all right.
My principles go only so far once a lot of money gets involved.
That's actually still hella flattering, regardless of who asks you. So,
Right? I want to hang it up in my room. I'm like, ew,
go
weird.
for it.
And you know what? I
Go
was
for it,
disappointed
buddy.
because at the last Comic-Con, the weird creepy guy with the Asian mermaid fetish thing, he never showed up.
Oh, that's right, because he asked you to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he had me do 2 different commissions for me. He never showed up this year, so maybe next time. Maybe he's in jail. I mean, probably.
I hope he's just watching this.
Fuck
Maybe
that
he's
guy. We're going to throw
maybe
his
he's in
drawing.
jail. That's one thing I'll never hear. Oh my gosh, this is cracking
Oh,
me
me
up.
either, man. Don't worry. I'm totally joking. No one would say that shit to me. But I'm just saying, if somebody did, Courtney, maybe he's in prison because the FBI found his search history. Yeah, right? That is no
Oh my
joke.
god. Oh wow. calamari dish or something. Oh my goodness. This poor guy. All he wanted to do is love mermaids and
Oh, right. He's like, oh, look at this dish. He starts like licking it in like a weird way. Yeah, see, Courtney, I'm with you. Like, I'll draw lots of things, but there's a limit. Not dark web stuff or yeah, I ain't drawing nothing illegal. Oh hell no.
I like have this weird fear. Not really weird because it's something I would do. Of drag my hand through this wet ink and bring
Oh,
this
you
whole
will at some point.
I have for sure, but I'm like trying so hard not to since I don't know if I've ever like sat and inked something on one of our lives before because I have such a fear of it.
Well, that's why when I'm doing mine, you'll see me flipping the drawing around so I can like I'll work over here, and then I flip it around so I can work over here while the ink dries, then come back to it, flip it back around.
It's kind of what I'm doing too.
Yeah. Someone said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I might draw that guy something were he to ask, so long as it wasn't too weird." Yeah, this guy, he did. It wasn't too weird. He just wanted a Asian girl in like schoolgirl outfit, half mermaid, bondage, tied up in rope on a bed in a dungeon with lightning in the sky behind him. But nothing weird.
I mean, that sounds a little bit weird, but
Yes, it does.
when you say it
But,
that way.
but I'm well, there is no other way to say it. I was like, dude, $100. He's like, okay. I'm like, shit. This is the creepiest, easiest $100 I'll ever make, you creepo.
Didn't he ask you to do the same one
It was
twice?
similar. One of them was like tied up in a dungeon, and then another one was trapped in like a net, like a off a fishing boat where they cast the net into the water. So she's like wrapped up in that.
Maybe he had a story and that was his story, like
Uh,
mine.
yeah, sure, that's what it was.
Yeah, he definitely does. You're right, Courtney.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's got a fetish about something. You're like, it's like it's all right. Just have your thing. Everyone's got a thing, I guess. But some of them are a little bit less weird than others. Did you read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, each individual thing's not too weird, but you put them all together, and suddenly it's like, call the cops. Don't let this person around children.
Also, check his basement.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, for real, right? Like, I feel like we just need to check your basement, sir, just so we can be for sure.
100% on this one. That's all. Don't take this the wrong way, but
Don't take this the wrong way, but you need to stay 100 yards away from any school. Jessica, I still got to get you a copy of book 5, right?
oh, you do, yes, you do. But to be
I
fair, I
need.
still have stuff that I'm supposed to be mailing to you that I have not. So
Well, I want you to read it and get your opinion on it. I want to know what you think now that you can actually read the entire thing. So
I
I'll
know
have to get it for you.
I've seen a lot of the artwork. I obviously know a lot of the story, but I haven't actually. He could be the
Someone's.
mermaid.
He could be. He's like, this is me. I'm the, and that's what, you know what? That's perfectly fine, sir. Just, I guess it's fine. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this.
That is a good point, though. We've really just decided that it's one way, and we don't really know.
Yeah.
I can hear your kids.
Can you hear him in the background? That's my,
I
that's
can.
my Andrew. Andrew, what are you doing? Come here. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Do you remember that one time when my friend Jessica came over and you gave her a hug, the girl with the long dark hair? Do you remember you gave her a hug? Oh, yeah. Do you remember? She's right here.
Oh,
She
yeah.
could hear you. See, that's her voice. Did you hear her? That's her drawing right there. Say hi,
What's
Jessica.
up, buddy?
Hello. Like, Dad, can I go back to playing Grand Theft Auto Online? I got people to murder.
And I have a stinking plane to run.
He has a plane to run.
That can learn to walk.
All right, Bubba, go play your game.
That's more important. I get it.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
and I completely agree. Like, all jokes aside, like, as long as he's just, no one's getting hurt and no one's this and that, like, it's all fine.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the comments because I hadn't been paying attention.
Right. Man, who knew drawing rubble under their feet would take so long? Just a bunch of broken somethings. I don't know, stone. I don't know what the hell. It's just a bunch of shapes, and you start piecing it together. But
It looks good.
well, thanks. So, Jessica, you gonna help me write a short story for the next book?
Sure.
He sounded so excited.
This one's been well received. Why not?
Because, of course, I'm going to show it. Jessica
Go
here
for it.
in my book. I even did a whole credits page thing. Where's it at? Right there.
Oh, it's me.
It's you, it's me, it's Danielle and Richard and John. But
Yeah, I feel like I need to read this.
I know, right? I know. If you can hear me breathing, I always worry about that. Like, because my mouth is right next to the mic. I'm sure it's super obnoxious. Mr. D-Man, what is up? It's not a complete show until D-Man shows up. Hey, I gotta whore myself out for just a minute while I have a few people looking for anybody. Like, I was sharing recently. I got to get back on it, but there's a Kickstarter for a new issue of this Ghost Agents, and I've got a short story in there. And
Oh, nice.
so I'm trying to push the thing because I feel obliged to, because I want to see it successful. But I think it's the fourth book that there's a Kickstarter going for, and these are like treasury-sized books, and it's on newsprint, so it's really freaking like tactile and different than your standard comic book. But there's a Kickstarter out for the next book, and I'm going to have a short story in it for once. I'm going to have a thing out there that's like legit.
Okay, this isn't your first legit thing, but that is very cool.
Well, like the He-Man comic is nothing that I own or something like that, so it's all kind of like under the table shit. But there's a lot of really good artists in this book. I love this one where it's like they just use like blues and yellows for the colors is all, and this guy I don't know. There's something so crazy good about this, and so I'm excited for it, and I just want to help push that Kickstarter. I'm going to
What's
be
it called again?
Ghost Agents.
Oh, you know what? I did know you were doing this. Okay.
I drew the pages almost a year ago. It was like last December, but it kept getting pushed back. But and this is the one that. What's that?
I think you advertised it on Instagram, maybe.
I have the first book that I got of these guys. Leo. Sorry, I got to yell at my kids. Leo.
Go for it.
Oh, fuckers. Leo.
Sounds like me.
Okay, good. That's what you need to be doing.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Oh. No, I was yelling for you. I didn't know where you're at. Good job, Bubba. Thank you.
I was flying and then my plane started to splash smoke.
I won't beat your ass this time.
Oh my god.
All right, sorry. I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. Not that cares. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
I did a video on the first book of this I got, and then this one that I've got right here on the camera, I just got like 2 days ago. But yeah, there's a new Kickstarter up for the book that I'll have an 8-page story in, and I even put up my original artwork to donate as a tier level. In the Kickstarter, they're like, "Hey, you want to donate your artwork?" I'm like, "Sure." They're like, "How much?" I'm like, "All of them. I don't care." It's like 6 pages.
Okay. I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a thing. Now, no one knows who I am, so I don't know that they're gonna like get gobbled up or anything like that, but it is an option.
Yeah. Still, that's neat. Still pretty sweet. And if someone likes the artwork, even though they don't know, maybe like you're not like super famous, they might still be excited about it.
Maybe. Yeah, someone's saying, is that Bruce Lee's ghost in the book? Kind of. Yeah, it's a comic of like 60s era spies, and there's like a Bruce Lee kind of stand-in character, so that's basically what it is in a way, if that's what you're referring to. And Zerieri's like, I personally think the panty shot is 100% fine. The only thing is the way the cloths are flowing a bit too stiff or something, but hey, I'm no panty shot connoisseur. That should be the name of my next comic book.
I'm no panty shot connoisseur.
Just panty shot connoisseur.
Look, I think it's just fine too. I obviously have no problem with it. I just said I think it's I would guess it was done by a dude, that's all.
I know. You're right. And you're right. You were right.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know it was done by a dude, so I guess, that's easy for me to say right now.
Yes.
Got the old freckles right here.
Freckles.
Yeah, he's got like the actor has some like crazy freckles. Like a bunch of them, but there's like several bigger ones.
Freckles are the sign of the devil.
Is that true?
No.
Like, good, because I've got a lot of freckles.
You're like, oh shit. Do you really?
I do. Even though I don't have like red hair or anything, I feel like I have a ridiculous amount for having dark hair.
At least you got the skirt that Wonder Woman character runs around with that one. Which Wonder Woman character? Because I know Wonder Woman has underwear. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't. Just kidding. Or am I? Mr. D, man. He's like, look at that chick smoking.
Okay.
Like, now we've gone too far.
No. I mean, I have no specific love of this particular actor. I just, that was a cool picture. So, not offended. Could be a chick, you know?
Right?
Short hair.
Mr. D, man, what is that? Gen V? What does that mean? Pay for Amazon Prime just to watch Gen V? What is that?
Juvenile.
No, I'm.
Where is it? Oh, Gen V. I see. It's the last. I'm so blind. I don't know.
We know.
Oh my gosh, you don't know. Acting like you know me.
I need my big ruler. Where's my big ruler?
Why you need that for, Rob?
Because I got to rule something big.
Hmm.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Inquiring minds want to know what you're ruling.
Well, I'm going to do some blast lines in the background, but I got to have the anchor point for them.
You had that really close on hand.
What?
You had that ruler really close on hand.
I got a table right next to me. This is not the one I was looking for. I got one that's like twice as long as this.
All right. Awfully quick find there. Like you use it a lot.
Right. Yeah, Invincible, that animated show, man, that is so much better than I ever thought that it would be. I read the Invincible comic book from beginning to end, and the level of staying faithful to the comic is shockingly awesome. So yeah, I can't not wait for season 2. Yeah, Timothy, I heard that a Continental was not that good. Is that you're digging it? Is it working for you? Because I have no particular love per se of John Wick outside of I think the first movie is amazing, but they've gotten progressively a little bit ridiculous. Have you seen those, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I just
Act
got
like
tired.
You what?
I got tired of that plot.
It just there's only so many ridiculous things that he can do that I'll like end up believing. Like, really?
Right. Yeah, it's not. The first one was good, like I was the same way.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know, I didn't even really like the second one. I just wasn't my thing, I guess.
But for real, it's just Keanu Reeves is just so damn likable. I'm like, and then respect for him and all the action that he puts into his. He may not be the best actor, but man, he throws his ass into his roles, and
Yeah, that's true.
just kind of can't help but be like, man, I love this guy. Invincible is
Oh, I see.
come on, man. Invincible's great. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, I see what you're using the ruler for, and that looks really good.
Yeah. Whose camera seems zoomed in? Someone saying mine or hers?
Why don't I see these? I don't even see these. Mine's pretty close. I moved my, but it's probably not zoomed in. It's just that my phone holder's really, really close.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can really see everything.
Do you still have your laptop out to see things from afar?
Yeah, I've got it for my reference. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody on here knows that I suck though with electronics, so.
It's hard to put up with it, Jess, but we'll try.
I know. Act like I'm 80 years old. I was saying they both seemed like it. Yeah, mine is pretty well. My phone holder that I use to get the camera is fairly close, to be honest. So that might be why.
I mean, mine's kind of in the same place that mine always is, but I think I'm gonna have to get someone to color this drawing for me. I'm kind of interested to see how it might look all finished up.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking like I want to maybe use it on either the front or back cover of my next book, but I've already got those figured out. I'm like, I already know what I want to do, so I'm like, and if I
You have to
color
make
it, I
another
know.
book.
I mean, it's not an impossible thought.
I know you're gonna do it, so I don't know why
Wow, you don't know shit.
I do.
It's true. There's not much I can keep secret from you.
See?
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. This isn't my worst ink job, but it's definitely not my favorite.
I don't know. I mean, from what I can see, it's looking fine.
Fair enough.
Go crazy, dog.
What?
Is that Andrew again?
Yeah, he gets really like weirdly vocal when he's playing those games. He's like, "Daddy, I'm in a car running over people on the streets. It's funny." I'm like, "Am I raising a murderer?"
That's just gaming for you.
Yes, but I don't need to actively encourage him to grow up to be a murderer.
No, I didn't. I meant just a vocalism.
Oh.
Uh,
See, like explosive lines in the background. I don't know if I just ruined it or not, but
No, I think it looks good. Myself.
Jessica, you're a Star Wars nerd. Are you watching that stupid new Ahsoka series?
No.
You're not into that newer stuff?
I hear it's good. I just get disappointed, so I just quit.
That's fair. That's me. I'm done with. I know I've said it before. I'm harping on. I just heard some people talking about it today. Like it's so good. It's amazing. I mean, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I watched a lot of The Mandalorian, but I don't know. It's difficult. I really
I like.
struggle because
Go ahead.
like my favorite character, obviously, like I think a lot of people's, is Luke Skywalker, and there's really
Yeah.
no way to do a story. I don't know, really, with him. I don't know, and I think they would just screw it up anyway. So
Yeah, I think the writing is what's got everything wrong. I think I wouldn't be objected to seeing like I'd like to see the continued adventures of Luke Skywalker after Return of the Jedi. And everyone says like Sebastian Stan, the guy that plays the Winter Soldier in the Marvel movies, and I'm like I agree with that. He looks great, but it's the writing on these things is just for me is so beyond stupid. I can't take it anymore. So I'd rather they not screw up a character than do a shitty version of it.
yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I'm the same way. I just kind of feel like let's take it easy on Star Wars. Let's give it a break and do something else with one of your other.
For real. Star Wars needs to go away and so we can miss it and give us a movie in 10 years and make us like, oh my God, it's a new Star Wars movie. Holy shit. But now they're literally like, there has to be something out at all times.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then it
like
just becomes
that.
another thing. It's just another thing. And it's like, who cares?
Agreed. It's not. It doesn't. I'm not into it myself. I've said it a billion times. It annoys me that all the people that are into it who were little craps about it when I was a kid and acted like anybody like Star Wars was weird because
Eh,
I was so obsessed with it when I was a kid. Not even a kid, like a teenager.
yeah.
They'll never let you miss Star Wars. They won't. That's true.
Yeah.
They
Mr.
won't.
D-Man said we could do some Tank Girl art. I never got into Tank Girl. But yeah, I let my kids play that GTA game, and yeah, it's yeah. Someone saying like I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, Doom, and all sorts of crazy games. I've never touched drugs, never been arrested, have never thought about hurting someone. Let the child play. You're right. I mean, he's in there having a good time.
I do think people who blame video games for stuff, not that I'm saying you do that, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
oh, they went and shot up that school because, so many people play video games who are just fine, even the violent ones.
yeah. And yeah, Courtney, Lost Illusion, Marvel is falling off pretty. I'm kind of done with Marvel too. I know I've said it, and I should just shut up about it, but I loved all that Marvel shit. I was on board since, Iron Man #1. It's like, holy shit, is this good? And it just kept going and going, getting better and better, and the Avengers but it's done. It's over. It's not interesting to me anymore. And it's not because I'm bored of superheroes. It's just like I think that they don't know how to do it good anymore. They lost their way, whatever it is. But there's not a single thing from Marvel coming out that I'm looking forward to. Not one thing. And it used to be like, oh my god, I can't wait for the next thing. But
Well, it used to be that it took a long time to make a movie. It used to be that you waited years in between, movies. Now they literally pump them out so fast, and I think that's why the writing sucks, is because, they don't take any time on it, they're just trying to get a buck.
Yeah.
It is crazy to me how fast they get movies out.
Well, they
But you
start
know
like, they're going to produce one, but like people are loving it, so we got to get two in production and release two a year, one in the spring, one in the fall, or Christmas, or something like that.
it's
But it just becomes
crazy.
too much.
Well, and if you notice, okay, so one of my favorite shows, I don't know if you guys have all seen this one. I really like oh, now I can't even think of the name of it. It's Apple Plus movie or a show. It's an Apple Plus show. I can't even think the name of it. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts now. I'm gonna have to look
What
this up.
happened?
It's the Severance. It's Severance.
Oh.
So Severance, I don't know if anybody's seen that one. That's one of my favorite shows. I think it's so well written. It's a suspense show, and the story and the idea is super unique. Um, but it's taking them forever to come out with the next part of it. But I think that's partially because they're actually going to sit and write it. Like, it has
Right.
to actually be written and be good. So, like, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it taking a while because I've seen how, speaking of like the Marvel movies and Star Wars, just how horrific the writing is when they're just trying to get it out there so they can make some bucks off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Courtney, I kind of agree with you. They should have ended it after Endgame. And like I wouldn't agree with that at the time because I'm like, they should just keep going. They're on a roll. They're doing awesome. But they just, with the exception of that last Spider-Man movie where they had all the Spider-Man in it, which I thought was a great show. None of them have.
Yeah.
I didn't care about Wakanda. I didn't care about Ant-Man 3. In fact, I never even got through it. I'm not even going to bother watching Marvels. Eternals was just terrible.
Oh, I know. I tried to
Uh,
watch that.
yeah. Zarier, he's like, my childhood comic book publisher is a shell of its former self. Yes. Um, show Valiant some love. Mr. D, man, I can't show Valiant any love, man. I can't do it.
I don't even know which one that one is.
It's just a comic company that had a little bit of
Oh,
track 90s, and then it never quite reached super high popularity, but people who know it really liked it and really enjoyed it. I never got into it.
interesting. I might take a break from here.
Yeah, you're good. We've been going a minute.
Yeah,
It's looking good. I really like the inking. I'm noticing like the brushwork you're doing like under his jaw, like on the neck and that type of
uh,
area. I'm seeing that, and the hand looks good.
well,
Yeah,
oh, does the hand look good?
it does. I'm not lying. I ain't lying to you. I might
Thank
joke
you.
with you.
Thank you. Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, the hairs look. Yeah.
Well, I loved yours too. I think that might be one of the most unique things you've ever done.
What, briefcase and bloodsword?
Yeah, briefcase and blood sword.
Again, I give full credit to my boy just saying those words, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, son, but I'm going to draw that. And I feel like if I had the opportunity to, I mean, I have the time, but I'm choosing to put my comic book making efforts elsewhere. But I'm like, there might be something there, so I don't know.
Maybe you should put some time into it.
Maybe you should shut your face. No, I have to finish the He-Man thing,
You don't
and then
have to. You're choosing to, and
I
I
am 100.
understand.
I am 100% choosing to. Yes, you are right. Um, and even like I'm like, if I could hook up with another artist, maybe I could write the story and have someone else draw a briefcase and blood sword. We'll just make it some over the top crazy shit. Like they were saying, they keep demon spirits in the bag. We could come up with
You wouldn't want to
something.
try? I mean, you did such a good job.
Well, I'd be the cover artist and let somebody else draw the interiors. Watch, this would be the thing that somehow gets picked up and like suddenly like gets optioned for a movie. This one random thing, which I'd be completely fine with.
That's awesome. Well, this was
Somebody,
fun.
if for real,
Hey,
the best things you've done.
what?
That's one of the best things you've done.
Well, I feel like you say that every time, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, don't take away from. Maybe you're just getting better and better every time.
That could be it. Maybe I am. I'm learning from the best.
Well, I don't know who that is. It ain't me.
Oh, stop. Well, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I'm going to jump off. I don't know if Rob's going to stay on for a bit or not, but I am. See what my kids
I
are
should
up
probably
to.
interact with my children.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Make sure that I love them or something. If I'm kind of required by law to love them or something. So
Required by law. You don't just do it anyways.
I tell them like, kids, I love you. I have to. The cops will arrest me if I don't. So
You're the worst.
yeah, I know. Hey, well, thanks everybody for joining. This was fun. These are always fun. Me and Jess enjoy doing these a lot. We're always like, when are we going to do the next one? When are we going to do the next one? These are fun, right? This is we enjoy doing these.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. I love all the random conversation.
Yeah. All right then. Well, thanks everybody.
Yes, hit the like button.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to be the whore like that. I do have a question for any of you guys that follow my stuff. I'm flirting with. I have the possibility to like start monetizing my channel. I'm sure I won't make any money at all at this point, but it'll like start throwing ads up in front of my videos, and I'm like, is that going to be obnoxious? Is that going to turn people off? I keep kind of going back and forth on whether I should do it or not. I'm just kind of
Like
curious
it'll
if I
have
could. Like,
ads.
yeah, you can once you reach a certain amount of subscribers and hours watched and blah 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 this, like I've already kind of got signed up for it. I just basically have to turn the button on and it would start monetizing. But again, you don't make any money unless you get lots of views, and I don't, but I'm kind of curious as to how that might go. So I keep going back and forth on it. Like, I don't want to like.
I watch YouTube with ads all the time, so it wouldn't do anything as far as like I'm concerned for watching your stuff. I wouldn't not watch it because of that.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about losing if there's any kind of charm about any reason anybody watches my stuff and suddenly it's like, oh, he's got to monetize. He's got ads. What a fuckwad, unsubscribe.
I don't know that would be the case. I mean, I guess I never have.
I'm being a little dramatic, but I am really debating on what
I mean, Courtney says you should.
Well, that's one vote for positive.
Mr. D-Man says peace out. I don't know what that means. He's going to stop watching it.
He's like, I'm done watching you now, Rob. Fuck you, man. I'm out. Yeah. I'll keep mulling it over and seeing what I just.
Yeah, you definitely should. I mean, I think it could be a good opportunity. You could maybe, if you're able to start making money off it too, like that, all that means is that you could maybe even do more content because you would have more time if, you didn't have other jobs and stuff. So kind of have to.
Courtney says I should do a poll. I think that's a good one. I'll do that. Yeah. I should sell some merch. I don't know. What should I do? I'll have to. There's so many questions, but I don't know. It's all questions to address sometime. Not tonight, but soon enough.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, I'll catch you later.
Yep. Looks great, Jess. It looks really good.
Same to you, as always.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys are all awesome.
Bye.
Later.